Aliko Dangote of Nigeria has finally received an authorization from the president, Bola Tinubu, instructing the very people that refuse to sell crude oil to Dangote to finally sell him crude oil for production. Congratulations. Let's clap hands. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for coming back. It's always great. We spoke a few days ago about Aliko Dangote. If you remember, Dangote is a businessman, one of the most defined and richest people in Africa, in the world actually. He's right now, I believe, the richest man in Africa. No, in the world, sorry, in the world. A staunch businessman. He's settled in many type of businesses. You get Dangote Cement, Dangote Food, Dangote Transport, now Dangote Refinery. So basically what happened there was Nigeria, like many other countries, buys gas from foreign countries' businesses such as Total, Exxon, Elf, and you name it. Now, where do these companies get the petrol or the gas or the fuel from? These companies buy the fuel from African nations or oil-producing countries. You'll find some in Arabic countries and you'll find some in Africa. Nigeria is one of them. Angola is one of them. Now, Nigeria produces crude oil. Crude oil, for those of you who don't know, it looks like mud. It's a very muddy product. It looks dirty and stuff. But when it's refined, that's where you get the various different products based on how much heat is applied. That's where you get petrol. Some of you call it gas. That's where you get diesel. That's where you get fuel for aeroplane purposes. So Nigeria produces crude oil that it sold to many companies from Europe and USA. These companies refine this oil and send it back to Nigeria as final product to be used in cars. Nigeria produce crude oil, sell to these companies. These companies refine the oil and sell it back to Nigeria at a very high price as petrol or gas or diesel, depending on what you use. So Aliko Dangote came with an idea of building a refinery domestically to allow the country to have a relief. What relief? Normally, when a country has to buy fuel or oil or gas, they have to buy it exclusively in dollars. So in order for you to buy dollars, you have to exchange your currency into dollars and to access the oil from whoever is selling it. If you don't have the dollars, you cannot buy the product. And by exchanging Nigerian currency, Naira, into dollars, Nigeria loses a lot of money. And also the price that is given to Nigeria or sold to Nigerians, it's absolutely crazy. Therefore, this man, Aliko Dangote, great businessman, says, okay, I'm going to build a refinery. This refinery is going to help our people refine the oil in Nigeria, turn it into various different products and sell to the people. That will allow us to sell at a very cheap price to the people of Nigeria and make life easy to everybody. For those of you who don't know, you need oil or gas or petroleum or fuel, whatever you call it, to do anything, to have any business. Because if fuel is expensive, your food will be expensive. Your food needs to be moved from one space to the other. And what do they need to do? How do they move it? They use fuel to put in a car to transport your food. So Dangote was going to make the life of many Nigerians much easier by creating this refinery, transforming the product and selling to the people at a very cheap price. Now, unfortunately, some Africans in Nigeria were not very happy about that. They said Dangote's idea was not really to try and make Nigerians' life easier. His goal is to have monopoly. You know, you want to be the only person producing oil in the country, and then he can set his own prices. However, Dangote had promised that he's going to be selling the final product at a very cheap price, much cheaper than external European American competitors. But that was not good enough for him. The man was very, very disappointed. Now, they even accused this company of producing low quality fuel. They say the fuel that's imported from European nations and America and other places is of much better quality than the fuel produced by Aliko Dangote. And he refuted that. He said it's not true. So he called the people responsible to come into a lab to check his product. And after checking his product, the reference lab test by lawmakers that finds sulfur content at 88 ppm compared to 1,800 to 2,000 ppm sample in other imported diesel. So they accused Dangote of producing low quality level stuff. But after testing, they actually found out that his stuff were much better than the stuff the other people were defending.
As of today, we are 87 ppm. And I assure you, media, you can come again and take sample on Monday. By Monday, latest Tuesday will be at 50 ppm. By beginning of August will be at 10 ppm.
Well, obviously, you're going to ask yourself, why is another African trying to fight an African who's trying to improve the economy, improve the country? Well, certainly because that African gets money from the people that he is promoting. It's not for free. Why do you think somebody will promote somebody else's business for nothing? Unless he's absolutely evil and crazy. Well, maybe he's both. Maybe he's evil and also get money from these other companies. So now President Tinubu has come forward. This is the Nigerian president, ordering that crude oil be sold to Aliko Dangote's company so that he can refine the oil and resell to the people of Nigeria. Congratulations. And on top of that, he said Aliko Dangote is to buy the oil in Naira, not in dollars.
In attitude of Mr. President to actually think out of box to solve a Nigeria problem and actually to localize the solution to Nigeria problem. He has approved through the council that effective immediately that NNPC get engaged with local refineries, and we are starting that with Dangote Refinery, that the sales of crude oil to Dangote Refinery be denominated in Naira.
Not in dollars, but in Naira. Nigeria has been losing about $660 million in a quarter in fuel the purchase for the people of Nigeria. 660 million. That's the money they're going to be economically, that's the money they're going to be saving from buying from Dangote. 660 million per month. You can imagine how much money that is per year. Tens of billions of dollars. And that's the money Nigeria will be saving if they went with Dangote's proposal. Now, many things have been said, many things have been said underhanded. They say that Dangote did not support the presidential election of the current president, and apparently that could be the reason why they felt like they need to show him, you're nobody, okay? You did not support us. Remember, we're fighting for the power of our country. Now that we are in power, we're going to make you feel that you are nobody. Many allegations have come across that Dangote had personal issues with some of these representatives, some of the lawmakers and decision makers. Some people feel like he's way too controlling and trying to monopolize the market. Is he really trying to monopolize the market? Question mark. Is there a danger of him monopolizing the market, making things more expensive? They accused him of asking that fuel for aeroplanes and diesel do not come from external countries but be produced exclusively by his company. And obviously we know that the markets need some sort of competition to be healthy, because if you have one company selling you airtime, trust me, airtime is going to be very, very expensive. Let me know how you feel about this. Many people believe the trouble of Aliko Dangote is not over yet. This is just one win, perhaps because of the pressure. We know Dangote has got a tremendous amount of people in his network, and these people are very, very powerful people from external countries in different spaces in the world. Could this be the reason why the pressure was heavy enough on the president to get him to turn things around? God bless.